Hey, it's the Marine here. I am in. Sorry about that. I am in my Panther in a Tier 9 battle on one of the new maps, Windstorm. I'm about halfway done with the grind on this tank. It's taken a little bit getting used to because of its gun. It's a high velocity 76 millimeter, so it only does, or 75 millimeter, so it only does 135 alpha. But it can reload pretty quickly, and I have it under 4 seconds. So the DPM is fantastic, and it has 200 millimeters of penetration. But it's rather lackluster, to say the least. So my initial thinking is I can get to the bottom of town around the J7 area and snipe on tanks which may be coming up through near the waterway. The reason I'm picking this position is because I can get back into cover rather quickly and flex around wherever I'm needed. I'm not too sure what that cherry wanted, but I wasn't gonna have him just try to screw with me, so I just let him in front of me. It really doesn't change what I intend on doing here. I see that the T-54E1 and a KV-5 are going to push across the mid, and I see an opportunity here to get some flank shots.
Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Penetration. Enemy armor is
Here's where the
damaged.
DPM of this tank can really pay off.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Ricochet. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
So I picked up all the damage done to this tank because I was the one tracking him. Bit unlucky with the RNG there, but that's okay. I want to use the 30 a little bit as armor. The armor of the Panther is good enough in a tier 7 battle, but in tier 9s like this, just no. So what I did there is I went forward to pull the M103's vision away.
Penetration. Enemy brewed up. Critical hit. Enemy armor is
I really
hit.
want to push the
Ready to
pace
fire.
here against this tank.
Penetration. We didn't even scratch them.
I'm using auto aim here.
We didn't penetrate
I'm just
their
trying to
armor. We're
fire
on
as
fire.
quickly as I can.
The engine is damaged. Penetration.
I found with a lot of players, if they're getting a lot of fire their way, they have a tendency to panic.
They're knocked out.
And so I felt that continuing to fire on him in that situation was the best mode, even though I wasn't necessarily aiming the best. And so I see that the north flank has absolutely fallen apart, but thankfully we have this STI up here, who I can use essentially as my armor shield. And That was bad driving. I was looking at the minimap. I was trying to figure out the best way I could go so that I could get some damage out and potentially reset cap if need be. I do switch to APCR. There's a KV4, and I don't want to trust 200 millimeters of penetration to do anything.
Penetration. Got him.
That's nice picking up an ammo rack.
Enemy is hit.
Kind of fortunate right there to penetrate. I'm just outside of his mantle. It went low, but still pretty much true to middle. As long as I didn't hit the Pershing, the M26 in the mantle, I was probably going to do damage.
They're knocked out.
Here I switch back to standard ammo. I have no intention on shooting this tank anywhere other than a flank, and 200 millimeters is more than enough in this situation.
Enemy armor is hit.
As you can see, even with me being the low tier here, Artie was still focusing on me. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to keep enough distance between the STI and I that the 14-2 can't splash the two of us, but I also want to be able to use and hide behind him and his armor. He can take a hit from the mill. I really can't. The mill averages, if he has a top gun, 490 damage with 232 penetration. He's pretty much going to pen me wherever he aims, while the STI is going to be pretty tough for him without aiming.
Enemy is hit.
Kind of wish I could have picked up more damage there, but I will take the win. As you can see, this was a master badge. I profited 102,000 with a double experience of 4,106. Did finish top on experience with base of 1362 for total damage done of 3062. The STI had a pretty good game as well. It did nearly 5k, but because he was shooting his tier and lower, Myra was able to earn a lot more experience since I was bottom tier. In the end, I profited 77k. There was a mission going on. I believe I earned a 50k bonus during this battle. And I really didn't use too many APCR in this situation, which I was very thankful for. That could have been really expensive, but I picked my shots wisely when it comes to using that. The reload on this gun really allows you to pick and choose the ammunition you shoot, whereas some guns, why bother changing? Anyway, that's my mastery. I hope you enjoyed.